Hey guys, welcome to recovery here from the standing sequence we just did, which helped strengthen the ankles, the knees, the quads, the hamstrings, even a little bit in the glutes. So now we're going to help recover these areas. Okay, so what you'll need are 2 blocks, a blanket in case the knee is sensitive, okay, and then just be close to a wall because you may need to use that too. All right, so let's hit it up. So we're going to come down onto the hands and knees. Where the blocks will come in handy, and we're gonna come down, and I'll mirror you guys, okay? We're gonna bring the right leg back, left leg leading forward, okay? If your knee is sensitive, this is where you slide a blanket underneath that right knee, okay? Now make sure there's a straight line from right toes all the way up to your hip. We're bending into a low lunge, so we're bringing that left knee right above that ankle, okay? The hands come on the blocks. Press the ground away, lift the torso up, tuck under the pubic bone, shoulder blades down your back. Good. And then lift the arms overhead. Go in a big beach ball here. Inhale, exhale. I want you to dip over to the left and just really reach through those right fingers and reach through the right toes. Come back up. Go over to the opposite side. Come back up. Hands down on your blocks. Lift your heart. As we exhale, we're going to come back into a little half split, okay? But what I want you to do is when you come back, keep a micro bend in the left knee. Keep the hips stacked, okay? Pause. Dorsiflex this foot, the left foot. Lift your chest. Come a little further forward. And then, if you want, take a block right at the balls of the foot. Put the hands on the block. Gently press the block into the balls of the foot. This is really going to get into the calf that we just worked and the Achilles. Just breathe for a moment. Good. And then slowly come forward. Step back, change sides, okay? So now we're lengthening back through the left leg. Let the toes touch the ground, a straight line from the left toes all the way to your left hip. We're not taking that right knee past our ankle, it's right above it, or a little bit behind it, okay? Soak the feet to the ground, lift the torso up, tuck under the pubic bone, lift the arms up. Inhale, lift the chest. When we exhale, dip over to the right. Reach. Reach through those left fingers all the way down through the left side of your body, okay? Really reach. And then inhale, come up, and we'll dip over to the left. Reach. Come up. Hands come down, lift the chest, and then boom, we're back into a half split. But let's keep a bend in that leading leg, okay? Keep the hips stacked, lift your chest, and really dorsiflex the right foot. Chest can come forward. We get the hamstring, but yes, we can get the calf too. If you want to go deeper for the calf, take your block, right to the balls of the foot. Both hands can come on the block and just press the block into the foot. You can lift the block off the ground and really press into the balls of the foot to give you a deeper stretch there. If you don't have good balance, keep one hand on the block and another hand on the other block to support you, okay? Good, deep breath in. And slowly release. Come forward. Good. Step it back. Nice job. Okay. For this next pose, this is where it could be very difficult for some of us to get into this one because of the intensity of it. So, if this one will be too intense, your modified version will actually be to either lay down on the ground, okay? Arms can go out front, and you're going to end up bending that right knee, and you'll reach back with the right hand, take a hold of the foot, and you're going to take the heel of that right foot towards your glute, and you can even rest your head on the ground. But keep the thighs squeezing together, and don't let the knee lift up high, okay, off the ground. Keep that knee down, the thigh down, and the pubic bone up. Okay? If you're okay with this one, you will actually go to the wall. If you need to, you're going to lay your blanket down for the knee, okay? Blocks will be on either side here. We're going to take the right leg. It's going to go run up the wall, okay? Up the wall, and then let the right knee touch the ground, okay? It's going to touch the ground. And then you want the right shin to touch the wall too. And then the left foot comes forward. Left knee above the ankle or behind it. If that is too intense, slide the right knee away from the wall so the knee doesn't touch the wall and the shin doesn't touch the wall. And then press the hands into the block, lift your torso up, tuck under the pubic bone, lift your chest here, and if possible, the hands can come up onto your left thigh. And hold. Okay, this is way too much modified, okay? We're working on the ground. Good. Last breath here. And then slowly release out. Hands can press down. Slide that right leg forward a little bit. Bring the left foot back. And then right leg can come forward. You can bend into a lunge for a sec just to get a little release. And then step back. And let's change sides. So if you're laying on your belly, again, you're going to bring that left heel in towards the glute, grabbing out with that left foot. Just don't let your knee go out to the left. Keep the thighs squeezed together. If you're going up the wall, left leg goes up the wall, but have your knee touch the ground. Left shin bones pressing into the wall. And then we're bringing the right foot forward, okay? And remember, you can always slide the left knee away from the wall, and same thing with the shin. So the top of the foot may touch the wall, and use a blanket if needed. Hands press in the blocks, lift your torso up, tuck under the pubic bone and lift your sternum. And then maybe the hands will lift up onto your right thigh. And breathe. Stay with it. Last breath here. And we're going to release. Hands can come on the block, support yourself, zip up your core, slide that left foot forward a little bit, then bring the right leg back, and then we can step forward, a little lunge, good, and then release. Blocks can come forward, and then we're going to bring just the right leg forward as you lengthen right leg back, slide it forward, take the right foot past the left leg, right shin's past the left leg as well, drop it down, lengthen back through the left leg. And make sure you're far enough away from the wall now so your toes aren't pressing into the wall. And then here we're coming into pigeon. So we want to keep the hips square. So if you need to, you're going to put a block underneath your glute and a block underneath the hands. So you're going to press the hands down and lift your torso up and keep the pelvis square. So don't fall over to the right. If this is too much for you and your knee is injured, you're going to come onto your back, okay? When you come onto your back, you're going to bring the right foot onto the thigh and hug that thigh into your chest and hug the knee in. Wrap the fingers around the back of that left hamstring, all right? Otherwise, you are staying in the pigeon pose. You can stay up taller, or eventually you can release down. Maybe halfway, maybe all the way, but let those shoulders relax. Good. Just another breath or two here. And then the hands will press down. We'll lift up. Slowly we can slide left knee forward, right leg back. And then lengthen left leg back. And we change sides. Lengthen that right leg back. Make sure the toes, knee, hip are all in one straight line. Use your props if you need them. The blanket, the blocks. Lift your torso up. And then release. Now realize too, if any of these poses feel really good, feel free to stay in them longer, okay? There's no one telling you that you have to come out. I mean, if the body needs their extra recovery, stay there and enjoy it for as long as you can, okay? Just make sure you're releasing and you're benefiting from it, okay? It's nothing like recovery, especially after a major activity for all of us. Good, last breath here. And then we'll slowly slide those hands under the shoulders. We shall lift up. Good, and release out. And then you will go to the wall. And I'll just do a modified version here so you can see clear. And we're gonna do legs up the wall, and this is where you're gonna relax, okay? So for some of us, you actually may wanna put a blanket right under the sits bones to support you, okay? When you get to the wall. And when you're laying down, the legs will go, bam, right up onto the wall, okay? And you want those legs to be supported. And the blanket's nice because it could just help support the lower back, all right? Now some of us will have that blanket and we'll take it under the head, okay? Now I'm gonna modify here with this block so you can see it from closer versus being at the wall. But the blanket could go under the head, and when you go legs up the wall, and the block is just at the sacrum here to give you the look of it, but the legs are up the wall and you're putting those legs in there to support yourself. Palms can go face up, shoulder blades together, and we can release here. Now another good prop to have is a strap. Looping a strap and putting it around the back of the knees to support those hamstrings, okay? And then all you're gonna do here is melt like butter. Stay for a good 3 to 5 minutes. Great part of recovery. Help reverse the flow of blood and help regeneration of all that nice deep connective tissue in the hips, glutes, but also the connective tissue in the knees. Just take in the recovery. And then if you'd like, you're more than welcome to come out. And then even work into a little bit more of Shavasana to really put that cherry on top of the cake. Guys, thanks for tuning in for part 2. Hope you're all doing well. Leave me some comments. Always willing to help you guys out. Thanks a lot. Namaste.